So, accounting coach, survival tips, Jonathan Ruiz po. Again, thank you so much for following my Instagram at CPA Dreams and for sharing my FB page at CPA Dreams. So again, if you have families and friends that is attending senior high school K-12 basic education curriculum, accountancy, business and management specialized subject, or they are planning to take Bachelor of Science in accountancy, or they are taking accounting 101, so this is for you. This mini video lessons and series is for you. So please share it with them. Okay, so moving on, our topic is accounts. This is actually the part two. In the part one, we focus on the journal. In this part, we are going to focus on the ledger. I'm going to refresh you with the major types of books of accounts. We are going to define ledgers and illustrate the format and give some special ledgers example. And also kinds of subsidiary ledger. Now, to refresh you, the books of original entry is the journal. Books of final entry is the ledger. So after the journalizing, you are going to do the posting, which is in the ledger. Again, this is part of the steps of accounting cycle. First is identifying and analyzing business transactions. After analyzing the business transactions, the impact on assets, liabilities, and equity, after understanding if it is a debit or credit, then you need to journalize it. After your entry on the journals, then you need to post it. Posting. So meaning, posting is the process of transferring data from the journal to the appropriate accounts in the ledger. So the ledger will be your final entry. Okay. So there are types of ledgers, which is general ledger, private ledger, subsidiary ledger. Here, general ledger contains all accounts appearing in the financial statements. These refer to your cash general ledger, accounts receivable general ledger. Private ledger, these are confidential information of accounts. Subsidiary ledger, so we are going to focus on this one later. A supporting ledger consisting of a group of accounts of similar in nature, the total of which is in agreement with the controlling account in the general ledger. So the purpose actually of this is to classify the effects of transactions as well, for each account. Okay, in the subsidiary ledger, I will give you some examples later. So this is a general ledger format. So you have the account cash, accounts receivables, and supplies here. Then you have the date and then the description, particulars, reference. See the reference here, you will see journal J1 referring to journal entry 1, J2 journal entry 2. And then here you are posting the entries happened in the general journal. Okay, subsidiary ledger. So this is the subsidiary ledger. Here, the general ledger or the control account is the accounts receivable. From the accounts receivable, so meaning if you are selling to different customers, you have the subsidiary ledger of the accounts receivable. Here is Aaron Company, Brandon Incorporated, Aaron Company. Those are the subsidiary ledger for accounts receivable. Okay, what are the kinds of subsidiary ledger? We have accounts receivable, the one that I showed you from the previous slide. So, and then you have accounts payable ledger. In the accounts payable ledger, so you have different suppliers, meaning you are ordering from different suppliers. So they have their own subsidiary ledger, supplier 1, supplier 2, supplier 3. Okay. So other kinds of subsidiary ledger that are used in cost accounting, work in process ledger, finished goods ledger, factory ledger, plant ledger, expense ledger. And what are the relationships actually of these ledgers to the general ledger? See, you can see on the top, general ledger, the accounts, cash, accounts receivable, accounts payable, owner capital. In the accounts receivable ledger, you will see customer A, customer B, customer C. So meaning it is relieved from too much detail. Okay, so there is a breakdown of what are the transactions happened in your general ledger or your main control account. Okay, so what are the advantages of the subsidiary ledger? The general ledger is relieved of too much detail. Okay, the trial balance will be shorter. The preparation of financial statements is facilitated, and then the work could be divided between several persons. In reality, if we're going to work as an accountant, or if for a specific accounts you are going to handle, like for example accounts receivable, then you need to manage the different customers that you have balance to be collected. So that is the importance of subsidiary ledger actually. Same if you are going to work in the accounts payable department, then you have different suppliers to manage to pay. Okay, so again, the recap: major types of books of accounts. So we have the journal and ledger. We define the ledgers and illustrate some of the format of general and special ledgers. And I give you some kinds of subsidiary ledgers that are used in manufacturing. So thank you so much. Thank you for sharing and liking my page. So for the future, please do subscribe in the YouTube channel. And if you are going to finish all these video lessons for the ABM course, I have some surprises at the end. You can get also the PowerPoint presentation, the the transcripted PDF of all the lessons. So here, even if you finish it already, you can still go back and watch or read it through text or through PDF file. So maraming salamat po, Jonathan Ruiz, your accounting coach. Survival tips. Mabuhay po kayo.